Going over to the cultural part podcast, you have a New York kindergarten school with a pride book that had only cover your ears for children. They had pictures of bondage gear and fetish gear, which yeah, this is reason number 9,958,735,008 reason to homeschool your kid, for the love of God, because yeah, Lord only knows, not only do they have lower test scores year over year over year, great job teachers unions, but you also have perverse things being taught. Some of these materials, I mean, one of the most famous ones being called This Book is Gay, had graphic pictures of how to do, try to keep this moderately family friendly, of how to do adult things, which, yeah, it's pretty horrifying. Now, this comes to us thanks to Libs TikTok on X, and specifically, she says, quote, oh, sorry, let me pull it up there. She says, big scandal unfolding in Penfield School, Central School District in New York. A kindergartner reportedly came home with a book about attending a LGBTQ pride parade in which included pictures of naked people and men in bondage fetish gear. Parents showed up and demanded explanation and the board walked out. Why is the board ignoring parental concerns over their children being exposed to pornographic materials at school? Well, because these Karens who are appointed on school boards more often than not are probably in bed with those organizations or groups. I was going to say, pun wasn't intended, but it was definitely there. And they're just drunk with power. They know that 99% of the time, like a lot of local government things, people don't show up. They never demand really anything from them, which is why you should always be active on a local political level as well, not just, voting every 4 years in the presidential election. But, I mean, just like HOAs, a lot of the reason crap gets passed because no one shows up to oppose it. So this is probably the first time more than 3 people actually show up to these parent PGA meetings or PTA meetings, where they call these things. And yeah, I'm not too surprised they just walked out. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can't read the text, but here's a couple pictures from that flyer that the kid brought home, and yeah, quite horrifying. Here's the school board meeting.
It's important to know that when Dr. Potter said that no one has objected, we have the policy in place, right? The procedures in place. There's a that is not how you object. So if you cannot, again, follow by what we have asked you to do, we will ask for you all to, we will ask those people who cannot do that to be removed. We are here at our board meeting, right, conducting our business. You guys
it's our board meeting.
She said it. She said the truth.
She said the truth. Have a motion?
No. So the school board is just leaving? They're just leaving?
Everybody objects to it. They all need to get that email out tonight.
And I was walking out. So no, they're actually
How do you just
indefensible.
leave a school board meeting?
Yeah, with all your children.
Packed room, standing room only back there.
Yep, walking away. And thankfully, it's been pretty valid. Got 16.8 million views and 107,000 likes. There's TikTok also said, quote, this is the author of the book in question, The Rainbow Parade. She says, as a kid, she loved going to pride parades with her moms and her queer family, which used to be a pejorative term, but I suppose now it's hip again. And there's a picture of Emily Nelson looking like a serial killer. Yeah, she looks creepy. That's coming from me. That's saying something. And yeah, so she describes a book from my childhood. One of my favorite, yeah, of course, San Francisco. One of my favorite traditions growing up was going to San Francisco pride parades with my moms. I loved the outfits, the sounds, the atmosphere, the free plastic necklaces. And I loved feeling that our queer little family wasn't alone. What I did not love was my mama's annual tradition of jumping the fence to join the pride parade, at least not at first. Yeah. Remember there's a time when pride parades were about, pride and they were all clothed as adults? it is astonishing for a cultural perspective how much those have degraded, where a lot of these times they're naked, partially or fully naked in front of children in public streets. And they're still applauded and given accolades and sponsorships. That's so perverse, it's beyond heinous in my opinion. Again, they're long gone are the days where like they actually, show up respectably in terms of the like name one other group or organization where you can have naked people in the streets in a parade and they're not criticized. That's the one. It is ridiculous. And yet they get millions of dollars of sponsorships. Let's see here. Now, Cosmo Y says New York District Attorney Commissioner of Education sent a letter to all schools in the state threatening them with legal consequences if any sort of obscene LGBT material is withheld from kindergartens, aka gay porn for tots rule. Sorry, New Yorkers, you voted for this. Wow. Yeah, another reason to be active in voting. Jeez. They got 6.9 thousand likes. And then highlights of the law says, quote, by the way of example, LEAs may run afoul of NYNSHARL and Dignity Act by, quote, using a pretext of inappropriateness or lewdness to systematically remove diverse perspectives from the classroom. Remember when classes actually taught things like math, science, history, the founding fathers? Yeah, that was a long time ago. They also say, quote, prohibiting discussions related to lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, non-binary, and gender expansive or diverse family structures and identities using a pretext of inappropriateness or obscenity. So they're saying you have to teach these things. Wow. You get what you vote for, and yeah, that's why elections have consequences, folks. And for the love of God, don't only go for the presidential election. Vote if you're legally allowed to vote. Gunther Eagleman says, quote, this is sickening. The woke mind virus has to be completely eradicated, getting 15,000 likes. Jordan Opry says, who's the author? Getting 882 likes. Sarah Smith says, these people are disgusting. I'm old enough to remember when sexual predators were not allowed within 1,000 feet of a school. Now, Democrats have them in our own public schools, grooming children. Getting 1.9 thousand likes, which, yeah, I always wonder what causes my YouTube to not be recommended to people, or the notifications not to come up again. One of my friends texted me saying he wasn't seeing them anymore. Yeah, there's so many rumors on what affects the YouTube algorithm. Talking about these types of things is heavily implied that will get your channel blacklisted or temporary hidden. So who knows? Hopefully, someday YouTube won't do that. But that's why I always go on Rumble, Spotify, and all the other ones. Buddy says, quote, giving porn to children is a form of sexual abuse. Put everyone of the board members on the sex registry list. That will stop this perversion, getting 6.3 thousand likes. Stop Socialist Tyranny says, quote, what is going on with our schools? This is unacceptable and a clear example of the left's attempt to indoctrinate our children with their radical ideology. This kind of context has no place in kindergarten. It's outrageous that parents weren't notified about this book in the beginning, getting 696 likes, which, yeah, that is pretty perverse. And again, it's kindergarten. You're not even taught about what the birds and bees are until like what? I'm trying to remember what it was back in my day. It was 6th grade. You're into like an education center where they taught you like how babies were made. Or actually, no, I think that was just puberty. They taught you about that. Then I think middle school was like they taught you about the deed. But yeah, in kindergarten, they're already talking about it and showing them nude pictures. Paul Zupa says these board members are predators, getting 1.4 thousand likes. Let's see, any contrarian statements here? Mary Connor says from Penfield Board website, Dr. Emily Roberts is a board president who recessed the meeting. Sick of this crap, make her famous. See here, I got 238 likes. David Sullivan, pronouns prosecute Fauci, says, quote, the hell is wrong with these people? And it's I don't know if it's famous, but you see a lot on the X Twitter, so I guess it makes it famous. There's a toddler it's a, pastel painting, or maybe it's just some type of Photoshop, but nevertheless, it's a toddler throwing up the rainbow and it says, leave the kids alone, getting 1.5 thousand likes. Let's see here. Tara says, quote, what are you going to do about this disgusting attack in New York's children? Kathy Hochul, she's hashtagging the governor. It says, we need real leadership. He'll stand up and fight to protect our kids, getting 734 likes. I laugh because I am sure Kathy Hochul will just give the school accolades and say, oh yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah, it got 734 likes again. Well, let's see here. Yeah, no, not too many I don't see any contrarian statements. I was about to say not too many. I don't see any at all. As court says, withhold all funding from the school. This is why the Department of Education needs to be defunded and eradicated, getting 1.1 thousand likes. Agree. Bruce says, quote, I'm telling you, unless they become somehow petrified of grooming our children, they will continue to do so. Men, where you at? Getting 2.1 thousand likes. Well, unfortunately, these days, men are punished for doing the right thing, so most of them are acquiescing from, many would argue, their natural responsibility. The disrespected trucker says, quote, yet people still vote for this insanity. Common sense is not common. Liberalism is a mental disease, getting 1.5 thousand likes. People having memes and memes saying save our children. The year. Looks like it's a screenshot from justice.gov. This is posted by Star Spangled saying, quote, parents need to address this out of school and press criminal charges. This apparently is a highlight from August 11th, 2023. Obscenity definition from the Criminal Division of Department of Justice, saying, quote, federal law strictly prohibits the distribution of obscene material to minors. Any transfer or attempt to transfer such material to a minor under age 16, including over the internet, is punishable under federal law. Which, yeah, I'd say these people should be prosecuted. Getting 3.7 thousand likes. Tapaz says, quote, that's a picture of a decrepit Jimmy Carter, and it says, quote, in 1979, Jimmy Carter created the Department of Education. Since then, the U.S. has gone from 1st to 39th in education, getting 2.9 thousand likes. We've also spent, like, what was it, $1 trillion on that crap? Yeah, but the teachers' unions are doing great. There's something. So, yeah, we'll see if people in New York, I doubt it, but we'll see if they actually vote differently. Again, I would guess the average person probably isn't aware of these laws in New York. Might probably just vote down ticket. Same with these school board positions. I mean, shoot, the participation rate for like people to vote in that, it's got to be little to none. So again, yet as if we need another reason to get politically active. I mean, definitely let your friends know about this. See if you can vote a bit differently, and let me know. Do you think? I mean, I thought we were going to see a cultural shift after the presidential election, especially since Trump won the popular vote as well as the electoral college. And I think we will overall, but again, this is a very blue state, and this has become a political thing and a cultural thing. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think you'll see more or less of this in 2025 and beyond? And then what actions might Trump do to eradicate it? And do any of you think this is at all appropriate for kindergartners? Let me know in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.